Hello?
Hello everyone, Conrad Van is here and welcome to CR's Nintendo News. These are some of the headlines that we have in today's program. Nintendo Direct July 2020 leaked. July 10th Nintendo Treehouse Live disappoints. Next Gen Switch talk. IGN misreports Breath of the Wild 2 interview. So be sure to leave a like, and if you are new or among the 80% of our viewers not yet subscribed, then press that subscribe button and notification bell. Let's aim for 3,000 likes this time, as we are aiming next for 300,000 subscribers. We begin the program, however, with a moment of silence for Nintendo's president Satoru Iwata, who on this week 5 years ago passed away at the age of 55. You will always be remembered for your approach and how you stated that on your business card you're a corporate president, in your mind a game developer, but in your heart a gamer. Continue to rest in peace, legend. You must be so proud of how well Nintendo is doing these days. Fittingly enough, the official English transcript from Nintendo's annual shareholder meeting on Monday, June 29th, or more precisely Q&A session between stockholders and Nintendo, came out this week. With it, we have received more hints regarding Nintendo's thoughts on the Switch brand in the future and a next-gen Switch system. It all started with this question: could you tell us about the outlook for your next game system? Game hardware has always displayed an image on a TV or other kind of screen while you do something, and I think that's where the limits for this format are. Would the hardware you're thinking about go beyond those limits? Shuntaro Furukawa, representative director and president of Nintendo, replied, "Our current generation game system, Nintendo Switch, has entered its 4th year since launch. But its momentum is increasing. We believe there are two factors behind this. First is the existence of two hardware configurations with different characteristics, in Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite. The second factor is that Nintendo's development resources are concentrated on developing content for a single platform, the Nintendo Switch. We want to extend the lifecycle of Nintendo Switch while maximizing such advantages." Koshi Ota, director and senior executive officer, replied, "In addition to the performance aspects that bring high technical specifications, Nintendo's dedicated video game platforms are developed with focus on providing a comfortable environment for consumers to play fun software. From the perspective of playing with the image displayed on TV, we believe that because consumers can play Nintendo Switch on a TV or the game console screen itself, it has greatly increased opportunities for gameplay in various scenes in their lives compared to previous consoles. Through Nintendo Switch, we have made many discoveries about where a dedicated video game platform can fit into a consumer's daily life. We see scenes on social media of children and their families sitting around a game console to play, which gives us a renewed sense of the value of our dedicated video game platform. We will utilize these experiences in carefully considering the form of our future game consoles will take." Nintendo Direct on July 20th. Renowned gaming insider and leaker Kelios posted this week an assumed leak of a Nintendo Direct date, July 20, 2020 to Reset Era, where you can't delete or edit posts. Naturally, for now July 20, 2020 Direct is just a rumor, but let me just highlight that we could indeed be close to a Nintendo Direct right after Paper Mario is out, since the current confirmed lineup for the rest of the year is pretty much non-existing. It also helps that Kelios was right about the March 26 Nintendo Direct Mini, and that some of Nintendo's biggest markets are slowly normalizing, well, with exception of America, which we will soon get into. We also know that Xbox is hosting its big first-party presentation of titles for Xbox Series X on July 23rd. Putting up a general Direct so close to that event isn't really a problem though, as we know how it is during E3, and July appears to be this year's E3. First Ubisoft with their conference on July 12th, then Xbox announcing the date for their first party showcase, and possibly now Nintendo breaking the 300+ days silence without a full, or if you prefer, general Nintendo Direct. It still remains to be seen if we get an announcement of a July 20, 2020 Nintendo Direct from Nintendo the day before, on or after the release of Paper Mario the Origami King. Wait, July 20, 2020? Is that a sign for Zelda 20 for 2020? Sound off in the comment section down below. After high-quality productions from both Masahiro Sakurai and the Pokemon Company, the expectations for the July 10th Nintendo Treehouse Live with new Paper Mario gameplay and the reveal of a new third-party title from Way Forward were sky high. Sadly, from the beginning of the Treehouse Live, things went wrong. Some of the notable examples include issues with microphones, lighting, and uninspired backgrounds, a horrible microphone used for narrating over a new Paper Mario trailer, and this is just embarrassing for Nintendo's first, not Sakurai Sora Limited and not Pokemon Company, in-house production since the Nintendo Direct Mini that aired on March 26. It also didn't help that they used 40 minutes confirming once and for all that there are no experience points and level ups in Paper Mario, which some people who have never played a Paper Mario game had fun ridiculing with. Beep, yeah, no grinding, to which @CrusperAnims on Twitter replied, "So many people are saying this as if there was any grinding in any Paper Mario game." But the best were the replies under the tweet. @MacDroid stated, "This person straight up said they haven't even played the original games, so..." While @Bruno Porpino replied, "Don't mess with us Paper Mario fans, we don't even play the games." Touché. 40 minutes with Paper Mario wasn't that bad. The game looks good despite lacking in some crucial gameplay mechanics that made the original game so iconic. The problem was that it was followed by the reveal of Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, which caused the number of dislikes on the Treehouse Live to explode, and also a big exodus of viewers. It even made Nintendo take the full Treehouse down from YouTube and split it up into 3 videos, both regarding Bakugan, have more dislikes than likes. Explains why they wanted to keep those away from Paper Mario. Our next story is about Tomb Raider possibly making it to the Nintendo Switch for the ultimate experience, which could be coming to the Switch. Or is it just fake news? Since after posting this poster saying that the game collection will be coming out in August, it was quickly proven that this poster was a complete fake. For now, it is uncertain if it's true or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see throughout this month, since if the games are planned for August, the reveal will need to come sooner rather than later. Now onto a very positive note, since the original Donkey Kong Country has come out on the Nintendo Switch. More precisely, SNES Nintendo Switch Online. It's been demanded for a very long time that any of the Donkey Kong Country games that came out on the SNES would come out on the online service, and after a 10-month-long wait, we finally got our wish with one of Rareware's absolutely best titles. Fully included with a few extras like 101% completion and so on. The new game updates to SNES Nintendo Switch Online were launched this week. Last week we also reported that Crysis Remastered had been delayed, including for the Nintendo Switch. Luckily, this week Crysis official Twitter posted a tweet saying that Crysis Remastered is coming July 23rd to Nintendo Switch. And that is some great news, because Crysis is an absolute amazing shooter game, and it's incredible that this graphically pushing game back in 2007 is now playable on a handheld system. Previously this week, a Spanish outlet had conducted a radio interview with the Spanish voice actors of Rivali and Princess Zelda. And among the many questions that was asked during that session, the question about voice acting in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 came up, and caused a lot of course, concern among the voice actors. The voice actor of Rivali mentioned something that they don't really know, and then he tried to ask the Spanish voice actors of Zelda whether they were allowed to talk about this or not, to which the Spanish voice actors of Zelda replied that they of course can't talk about it. They could talk about what they had done for Breath of the Wild, but not what they had done for Breath of the Wild 2. Sadly, this exchange was misinterpreted and then misreported by IGN and other news outlets in the West, which stated that voice acting work for the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has been concluded, which isn't correct, and which also the Spanish outlet came out with a statement in both Spanish and English. On Café con Nintendo said in their statement, "Good morning to all, this message is directed to all media outlets, national or international, that have recently reported on our interviews with the Spanish voice actors of Zelda and Rivali. We're surprised about the way many media outlets have covered the interview, jumping to incorrect and out-of-context conclusions, with no consideration to the persons implicated. We understand how the video game news media works, and know about the lack of news in recent months, but we do not share this anything-goes approach. Both Marcel and Nerea deserve the utmost respect, both personally and professionally." And I think this statement says it all. We need to respect the voice actors and not try to push out some statements based on the fact that this was just conveyed in a different language than English. And Breath of the Wild 2 will arrive when it arrives. We know that it is under development thanks to E3 2019. If we get a Nintendo Direct in July, maybe we could hear something. We already mentioned July 2020 and Zelda 20 for 2020, but there's a lot of opposing thoughts when it comes to whether Zelda will be coming out this year in 2020, so Zelda 20 for 2020, or be a game for the Zelda 35th anniversary next year in 2021. What do you think? Sound off in the comment section down below, and also show the most respect to OnCafeCon Nintendo, but also Marcel and Nerea, the Spanish voice actors for Revali and Zelda, who had a rather difficult week because of misreporting from Western media. We are finishing this week's Nintendo news with a little roundup of Paper Mario, which is coming out next week on July 17th. And we begin with Paper Mario's Famitsu review, as the game got a 36 out of 40. Damn, that is the same score as Paper Mario Color Splash. So I guess we just have to wait for the review scores and reviews by Western outlets before we make an opinion about this. And of course also after playing the games ourselves. And fittingly enough, meme of the week is of course also tied to Paper Mario, and it is very fitting indeed. This turned out in the end to become a very eventful week, and next week might also become very eventful with the launch of Paper Mario the Origami King, the possible announcement of a Nintendo Direct or maybe a Super Mario Direct. Go and check out our most recent video. And of course also, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the Commonwealth Realm as it greatly helps, and to not miss any of our upcoming videos on CR's Nintendo News, Breath of the Wild 2 videos and other Nintendo News videos. Be sure to press that notification bell, and again for all notifications. Thank you so much for watching, but if you are interested in supporting our productions, then check out our Patreon, patreon.com/commonrealm, or also be sure to check out one or both of these two awesome videos.